What happens when 5 friends set out to make their mark on U.S. soil? Being an African living in America can have its challenges, but not for these 5. They are go-getters who will stop at nothing to dispel the stereotypical myths. You want to know what it's really like to walk a day in their shoes? This is The Real Coming to America.
Have we started yet? My name is Princess Jacqueline Amokoata. I'm a medical student, 3rd year, and I represent Ghana.
My name is Denise, DB Kerr, as you can see. I'm from Liberia. Right now, I'm entering the modeling world, and I'm an entrepreneur when it comes to fashion, as in my own clothing line. So.
Hi, my name is Nathaniel Nelson, straight from the tropics, GH West Africa. I'm from Ghana. I'm a respiratory therapist at Bergen Regional Medical Center, but I'm an African hip-hop artist, and that's my passion.
My name is Ellen Osei. I hail from Ghana, and I'm an occupational therapist, and I'm the co-founder and president of Raising Hope, a nonprofit organization that benefits children in Africa who have special needs and who are less fortunate.
Ready?
Yeah. My name is Ladun Thompson. I represent Nigeria, and I'm an actor and event promoter.
I don't know why my parents made me come to America, but I believe, experience different cultures, and it was mostly for education.
Education is something that is really, really valued. I mean, to a point where when I was younger, I wasn't allowed to go out of the house past maybe, 10 o'clock.
Childhood was amazing, and I grew up in a house that I had both my parents. They were typical Nigerians who wanted me to be doctors, lawyers. Somehow I ended up being an actor, event promoter, which is exactly the opposite of what they really would have wanted me to be.
And my childhood was very interesting because me being very Americanized and living in a household of very traditional parents, it was kind of hard.
You know a girl I used to talk to before?
Uh-huh.
You're telling me you ain't going nowhere. My parents will give me a hard time.
Wow. You gotta
stick to my kind,
How you feel about it?
I gotta pick someone from a country, from a tribe, it's like, no breaks.
So what, you about to have an arranged marriage?
Nah.
Dressing for one, I think my fashion of dressing is, wow. I was just like how American young girls would dress. Hot your mama. I used to hide my clothes in my bag. And then I used to change my clothes when I get outside or go to my girlfriend's house and change my clothes.
I've been to Ghana a few times. I've been to Ghana actually more times than a couple Ghanaians that have actually been born there. I don't speak Tree properly because I don't have an accent, because I dress a little bit differently. I don't go to every social event. I'm not really considered your typical Ghanaian.
I've been to Africa before when I was like 2 years old, so I couldn't remember that. So, but me actually going to Ghana and experiencing that and experiencing their culture and how they live. The girls cut their hair off, so you have this much inch of hair, and then you can't put a perm, nothing. You can't wear makeup, no. I was like, look, this is no. Well, when we stepped off the plane, it was just hot, humid, very humid. Oh my God, it was extremely humid.
When I came here, it was in January, and I hated it because it was so cold, and I'm not used to that. I'm from the tropics.
Kid, but it was 1700 sometime. They let some Africans go back to Nigeria, and they went back with their last name. Great grandfather. His last name was Thompson. He could have been Tom's son's slave, or it could have been Thompson's slave.
Being raised in this country, but then also being African, you have, 2 worlds. Bringing friends over. Ghanaians, if I want to go to an African party, of course I can go. But if I want to go to an American party, if I want to go to the club, my parents are going to question me. So being African, the positive part about it was just a different culture. Something that, of my own, I didn't have any other Ghanaian friends that went to my school.
Because where I live in South Jersey, there weren't a lot of other Ghanaians in that community. I don't speak any of the Ghanaian languages. And that was one of the biggest things that disconnected me from the culture, even in church, you know, just trying to mingle with people or listening to the sermons. A lot of people didn't really accept me initially as a Ghanaian because of that.
The African booty scratcher.
An African booty scratcher.
African booty scratcher is kind of old. We all can dance. We're all dark skinned. And no, burnt, keywords, the word burnt, that's what I got. Oh, you're pretty for an African. So what they're trying to imply is that Africans are ugly. I didn't know we had a look, I didn't know we had a uniform.
He likes to claim me because I'm the ideal, like I fit the ideal woman that he wants to be with. You know, he got a thing for chocolate girls with locks. I feel like I just fit that mold for him.
Good stereotypes. I think the good part about it is we're go-getters. We're actually, we set goals for ourselves and we make sure we succeed. Or we don't like to stay at one spot. We like to go to the next level. Have stereotypes. A lot of Africans, it's kind of hard to adjust. They'll bring whatever that's in Africa to America and try to see if it can work. No, it doesn't work. You gotta try to mend it somehow.
The only time I felt different was like I guess my accent. When I spoke, you know, they were like, they barely understood what I said. The culture here, you know, there was nothing different that I wasn't experiencing back home. That was, you know, it was the same thing here. It was even better back home than here. But I would just say my accent and I guess the way I dressed.
Initially, being African was negative. It was very negative. I just never understood why it wasn't accepted or why it wasn't cool to be African until you really look into, you get older and you look into the media and you look into how Africans are portrayed, and you know what you're seeing is, you know, Africans, you know, living in mud huts in the villages and, you know, all these things that don't show how rich the continent of Africa is. Now, again, I think this new trend is that it's kind of cool to be African, and Africans are people who are being looked up to at the moment. So now it's definitely an optimal time for people to really see, you know, the reality of what Africans do bring to the table.
My first name is actually Adegbola Ladone Thompson. My parents, you know, for some reason, they still call me Ladone, even though that's my middle name. I always knew in the beginning of the school year to always be the first kid at school, so I could emphasize to the teacher, look, my name's Adegbola on here. You can scratch out the Adegbola, you can put Ladone down now. Rashad Jackson, Chantel Williams, and that's pretty cool. So I was always cool. People really didn't hike, except for that like one phase when I was just like musty, and I wasn't used to like deodorant. From then on, I've always had deodorant. Always. I got deodorant in my car, I got deodorant in my book bag, I got deodorant in the office. No one will ever call me African booty scratcher again. Or we gonna fight.
My goal is to be one of those movers and shakers within the African community that's here, that really helps change the face of Africa.
You know, we're going to Ghana soon. We're going to go end of December, early January. So we have to figure out, I guess, on what our programs are going to be like when we're there. And I know you still have an organization that you want us to work with.
That's time that us Africans that know what's going on and that have that educational resource take advantage, and we take power and we take over, we take charge, and I want to be a part of that.
I have a lot of wisdom that I want people to hear, and through my music, that's the only way, you know, I think that I could reach out to people.
Straight up to the shoot, very tired, but we got to get it done, you know. Hard work pays off.
My name in a magazine, on a billboard, on TV, all over. I would actually, truthfully, my middle name my father gave me is an African name. It's Musu, means woman, and I would like to have something with that name, just the fact of the legacy of my father. And of course, have my name and plus my middle name, which my father gave me, on something, definitely on some type of fashion, some type of clothes, something. I don't know what it is, but it'll be nice though. It's a fashion.
I think what separates me from everyone else is my passion. When I leave this earth, I want to be able to say I left more than just a dent. I just really believe in this strong idea and notion that love is what is going to bring this world together.
So I'm just trying to ride this ride. I just want to be an awesome doctor. I want to teach microbiology. You know, outside of all this, I'm really a geek. I love microbiology. I love bacteria. I don't want to have all this glitz and glamour. I'm not like that. I'm just real chill. I'm real simple. I'm just a chill kind of girl. I don't know how else to explain it. Simple life, really. Just be happy. I know that's corny, right?